Welcome everyone. I'm truly glad that you all are here and we have come quite a journey together through the pages of this insightful book, Dying to Be Me by Anita Moorjani. And today we are on the last session, and in today's session we have got some powerful learnings given by Anita. So let's start with these learnings. The first teaching that Anita gave us is about the past life awareness. So Anita, she became aware that in one of her past life, she had a younger brother named Anoop, and as Anita was elder to Anoop, so she took care of Anoop with lot of love and devotion. And in the current lifetime as well, Anita had the same brother, that is Anoop. It was just that in this lifetime the roles got reversed. In this current lifetime, Anita became the younger sister, and Anoop, being the elder one, he took care of Anita with the same love and devotion. So with this understanding, Anita realized that the roles that we play across lifetimes, these roles are not fixed. These roles are just temporary in nature. So the roles, they change, the dynamics shift, but there is one thing that remains constant. And that one thing is the bond of love, the connection of love. And it is this love that reconnects souls across lifetimes. It is through this love that when the loved ones, they leave the earthly plane, still the connection remains, because the love we have for them and the love they have for us, it never dies. So, let's further understand that what it means that the roles we play across lifetimes, they are not fixed, they are temporary in nature. For example, if you are a son to your parents in this lifetime, then in the other lives, you might have been their parent or their sibling or grandparents or even best friends. Just like the actors who play different characters in different movies. In the similar manner, our soul also takes on different roles in different lifetime, and each role is there for our growth. It is there for our own healing. It is there for our own learning, so that we learn the lessons we need to learn through the roles that we play. Another beautiful realization which Anita had was about time. We always perceive time as something which is linear, that is, it moves in a straight line, that there is past, then there is a present, and then there will be future. That is, it exists in a straight line. But the reality is otherwise. Anita realized in the other realm that time is not linear. It is only on this earthly plane that we perceive time to be linear. And why is that? Because on the earthly realm we use our brain, and our brain has the limitation of processing time only linearly. That is, it can only focus on one thing at a time. So it captures one moment and then the other and then the next, and then it strings all these moments together to create what we call as a timeline. So in this manner, what we have experienced, felt and perceived, it becomes our past. What we are experiencing, perceiving and feeling now, it becomes our present, and what is yet to be perceived, felt or experienced, it becomes our future. Now let's take an example. Suppose you are watching television and the television is playing multiple channels, say from channel number 1 to 20. But you choose to watch channel number 5. Since you have chosen to put your energy, attention and focus on channel number 5, so channel number 5 becomes your current life and your present moment. But it doesn't mean that the other channels are not being played simultaneously. The other channels are also being played simultaneously. It's just that you are not tuned to them. So in this manner, wherever your energy, attention and focus goes, it becomes your current life. And because we live on this earthly plane where we rely heavily on our 5 physical senses which have limitations, we experience time moving in a linear fashion. But in totality, in wholeness. It is not so. So this truth helps us understand that time is something which our mind uses to organize things like past, present, and future so that it can make a sense of it. But the soul doesn't follow any timeline. The soul is not bound by any kind of limitations. The soul exists beyond time, the soul exists beyond space, beyond the body, mind, consciousness, beyond the five physical senses. And that is how, in the higher dimensions, that is how, in the astral planes, or even when we go into deeper state of meditation, we are able to access our past lives, we are able to get glimpses of a future. Because in that state, we have gone beyond our limitations. And this also explains why Anita's healing was instantaneous, because in the expanded realm, in those higher dimensions, Anita wasn't limited by mind, by time, by space. So there was no sense like I need such and such months to get healed or so many years to get healed. That's not how the astral world works. In the astral world, you think of something and it is manifested instantly. So Anita, what she thought in the astral realm, what she experienced in the astral realm, it was an experience of truth. It was an experience of who she really was, whole, powerful, and already healed. And that reality got manifested in the physical plane instantly. And that is how the cancer which had almost caused her death, cancer which had consumed all of her body, it had caused her bodily organs to shut down. The tumors had grown into the size of lemons, and most significant of all, that cancer, it had caused Anita almost death. So what she experienced, what she felt in the astral realm, that she is whole, she is radiant, she is healed. That reality, it got manifested in the earthly plane, and that is how Anita was not only brought back from the death, that is how she got healed almost instantaneously. So another powerful realization which Anita had was that nothing is random, everything is connected. So Anita said that in the other realm, she saw herself like a thread in a huge, beautiful blanket. So just like a blanket is made by many threads that are woven together, where each thread is essential and it contributes towards its beauty and towards the strength of the blanket. In the similar manner, our lives are also made and shaped by all the people we meet, by all the experiences we have. And if you were to pull out just one thread, then the whole design would change. That is how important each person that we meet, each experience that we have in our lives is so important. So Anita realized in the astral realm that whatever that had happened to her, it was part of the greater design. That is, it was meant to happen that way. There was no other way that things could take form. Whether it was the painful experiences that she went through, whether it was the happy experiences that she went through, it all had to happen just the way it happened. Even if it was the boy Billy who used to bully Anita while she was in school, and Billy used to make Anita feel so small and unworthy because of the constant bully. Anita had to endure a lot of pain, she had to endure a lot of suffering, or whether it was fear that had consumed Anita's life, whether it was cancer which had shattered Anita. All of these things, all of these experiences, all of these people were a part of the beautiful life that Anita was now living currently. For if there wasn't any fear in life, she wouldn't have got any cancer. Without cancer, she wouldn't have slipped into coma. Without slipping into coma, she wouldn't have had a near-death experience. And without her NDE, she wouldn't have had a direct experience of the astral realm. She wouldn't have got an experience of the wisdom, of the truth that she brought with herself, she wouldn't have experienced instant healing that defied all medical explanation. And most significant of all, she wouldn't have experienced her life purpose. Because before her illness, Anita was busy with her job. She was having a normal job like everyone else has. She was busy, she was content with her life, and there was no reason why would she go into the deeper questions of life, or why would she even introspect or reflect upon anything? But after her illness and everything that followed, it brought Anita onto a path that she had not even imagined existed, not even in her dreams. For Anita became an instrument of healing for hundreds and thousands of people across the world. So Anita's story teaches us something profound, that everything that happens in our life, that every incident, every experience, or even every person that we meet in our lives is meant to happen just the way it is. And at times things may feel chaotic. We may not be able to make any sense out of it. We even might find ourselves questioning that why is it happening to me? That why do I have to go through such struggles and through difficult times? But we now understand that all of the challenges or all of the struggles that we go through in our lives, that nothing is in vain. There is meaning in it, for they are shaping something beautiful. So let's talk about another learning, which is the power of self-responsibility. So Anita realized how much she had betrayed herself in life. Like she always said yes when she meant to say no. She suppressed her intelligence, she suppressed her creativity just to fit in with others. She constantly sought approval from others instead of listening to her own inner guidance, her own inner voice, and in doing so, she gradually suppressed her own true self, and this created a deep conflict inside her, where her heart wanted one thing, but her actions were not aligned with her inner truth. And truthfully, many of us may be doing the same. We may have a dream, a passion, or a calling, but the fear that we might be judged, that we might be rejected, that we might be misunderstood, that others might not be happy with the choices that we make in our lives, we keep ourselves from pursuing what we really want for us. For we want to be a good daughter, an obedient son, wife who says yes to all. We want to be that ideal parent, that perfect employee, always trying to meet everyone's expectations, always trying to keep others happy, even if it means forsaking ourselves, forsaking our own happiness. And in this process of pleasing others, we forget that we are the ones who are paying a heavy price. We are the ones who are hurting ourselves the most. And then we cannot put the blame on others, saying that it's because of our parents, it's because of the society we live in, it's because of our boss, or it's because of the situations or the circumstances around us that we are not able to do what we really want. For if we do not stand up for ourselves, then nobody else will. And that is called self-responsibility. And self-responsibility doesn't mean being selfish. Self-responsibility means being honest with oneself. It means making choices that are in alignment with our truth, even if it means that they are difficult, even if it means that others might not be happy with it, even if it means that others might not understand us. And here's the beautiful part, that when we start living our inner truth, that when we start listening to our inner voice, then we not only heal ourselves, but we also silently inspire others to also listen to their own voice, to also listen to their own hearts. So with this, we have come to an end of this powerful book session, Dying to Be Me by Anita Moorjani. And Dying to Be Me isn't just a personal story of Anita's healing from cancer. As the title of the book suggests, this book is a reminder for all of us to be our true selves, to love ourselves unconditionally, to embrace our uniqueness, to enjoy ourselves and not to take ourselves too seriously. And Anita Moorjani has written many other books, and another famous book of hers is What If This Is Heaven? And I recommend this book as well. And in this book, Anita beautifully talks that heaven is not a place that is far away where we go after we die, but heaven is a state of being which can be experienced, which can be accessed right here, right in this very moment. So with this, we come to an end to today's session, and I open this platform for you to share your experiences, or even if you might have a question to ask. Thank you so much all for joining in for today's session.
Thank you, Ruchi ma'am. Just want to share my gratitude and gratitude, gratefulness to you for sharing this lovely wisdom, and it was really a profound experience. And the way you shared, summarizing everything at the end of the sessions, it was really great. I mean, truly grateful, and it was lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your
Thank you, Ruchi
sharing.
ma'am. We're looking forward for your next book reading session.
Let's see when that happens.
Yes, we are uh, we are hopeful that it will happen soon. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am. Thank you, Ruchi.
Yes, Swarnaji, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Ruchiji. Beautiful wisdom sharing. You know, I loved the way you explained today about taking responsibility and gave a very good clarity with ease and with simple sentences. Taking responsibility also so beautiful. So we need to question what is that responsibility, right? What is the one thing that we can take responsible of is our thoughts, because everything is our thoughts. So if we are responsible taking a right thought, I think that that takes care of everything, because right thought creates right experiences or reality, right? With that thought, we do things, we do karmas with the thought. Change the thought, change the karma. So it's so beautiful. Today morning, I was contemplating and listening to unified lectures, and I was looking at deep into karmas, how and connecting back to you create your own reality. And thought is the main thing in that sentence. So, thought and karma and the experience or results. So beautiful it came out, and you brought up this wisdom, and I could connect beautifully. So, responsible take the divine thoughts, love, compassion, empathy. From there, if we act, we don't have any pain. So, yeah. And also there was some experience was like, always if you don't like someone and if you do something for them, you always have a pain in your heart. It's like, why I want to do it, but pain comes in because our thoughts are not aligned. We are just doing it, but not being. You have to be being, yes, you are doing out of your empathy from love. Doesn't matter if that person is hurtful or what. You should understand that he did what he did out of mm, not aware or not intention. They don't know. Maybe they are not in the meditation field, or they don't have this wisdom, right? So people do those things only. What else we expect? So, but with our love, compassion, we can change them, or at least change ourselves. If we don't do, then we always have a pain. So that also made me realize from your session, oh, I was doing from that thought. So I changed, and immediately my pain gone away. So thank you so much, Ruchiji. I didn't realize it's your last session, but I took fully everything that you said. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Swarnaji. You got all the teachings. You not only spoke about all the teachings, but then you also spoke about how you have integrated everything into your own life and how you are Now, your action is stemming out from all the teachings. It's wonderful, Swarnaji. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Lakshmi ji, Mridula ji.
Hi, Ruchi. I can't believe the book is over.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So much to think about. Sometimes we forget that with all the emotions, with all the stuff, with all the hard things, with all the good things, with all the beautiful things, with all the not so beautiful things, we don't know another life but this. And I feel like, I was just thinking yesterday, all my youth, my focus was not directed at where I wish it would have been, but there's no regret because what I did, brought me here. But if I were to go back, I would have said to myself not to worry so much, not to focus on that so much. I was so focused on, for example, as women we are, I'm just saying, because many of us, we focus on our looks, we focus on physical. And then when I look back at my pictures, I think, oh my gosh, I wish I looked like that again, because, or we focus on things like, what if we did it this way? I don't know. I don't know if we should focus, like she said, this seeing earth as heaven is a state of mind. Our state of mind changes from our youth to, 30s to 40s to 50s, 60s. And then at my age, at 61 now, it becomes a little more urgent to do more things because, regardless, our human lifespan is not so much anymore for me. I don't have when I had in the 20s, 40 years to look forward to. And actually, when we're in our 20s, we don't even think that, we just think of the moment. We don't think that we don't even think about the future. I mean, all of us can look back and remember. What do we think? We just think about today, what's happening today or tomorrow, and that's it. But I don't know. I'm just, I think because she experienced near death and saw everything as a whole, she realized the value of being a human being. I was sharing with Chandra about this. I did a past life, and one of them was where I didn't have a form. I was part of the entirety of the creation, all the universes. I was part of everything, and I could feel everything. I could feel the planets, I could feel humans, I could feel the ants. But being in the human part, it felt lonely to be like that. I wasn't part of God, but I was part of everything. And I was like that for millennia, like trillions of years. I existed like that, apparently. So it wasn't like my past life was rebirths here. I haven't even reached the earth yet. So, I mean, if that was, I do believe that experience. And I was feeling lonely in that experience, but I was feeling lonely because I'm a human being and I have the emotion of loneliness. But in that state, probably I was bliss. I don't know. So we get all these emotions, right? We feel lonely, we feel sad, we feel love. But I think they need to be cherished because no other form that we know of right now that we get these. And what's so really brilliant about our senses too, we can appreciate this planet. We can see the colors because our brains take the particles and emit colors and receive the color. Like, the nice tree background that you have behind you is green. We can appreciate that, and we can see each other and we can appreciate all the different creatures and beings on this planet. So Anyway, I went off a little bit, but it just reminded me of, the whole creation in itself. And she tells us that in the, that we need to appreciate what we have right now. Even in the sadness, there's beauty, even because the sadness is coming from appreciating something, of even the longing has beauty. Because where else can we long for somebody? Where else can we feel sad about somebody not being there? Where else can we love somebody? Where else can we touch somebody? All of this is, created for us. So I don't know why I was just thinking that yesterday and then you brought all this up today. So I thought I would share.
Wow, you shared amazing things, Mridalaji. You shared so much of your life's experiences, and this is how also we learn from you. We learn from each master in the session. And, as you mentioned about sharing, about experiencing loneliness, about experiencing so many other emotions. So, yes, as you rightly mentioned, that it's only on this earthly plane that we experience these emotions, because this physical plane is a world of duality. Only when we experience sadness, then we will be able to cherish happiness. Only when we experience loneliness, then we will be able to cherish being with others. And the physical plane teaches us that you need to experience the polarities, you need to experience the dualities, and then once you have experienced all the dualities of the physical realm, you need to go beyond them. You need to go beyond happiness, sadness, you need to go beyond the loneliness and being with and being in togetherness. And when we reach that state, transcending all the emotions, transcending all the senses, all emotions, all feelings, where we will experience then that all the emotions they just come and go without even touching upon us. So
Yes, Ruchi. And I think if I was in that state for trillions of years of a being of no form, I must have chosen to come here to experience this
absolutely,
purposefully.
absolutely, yeah,
That's what, even though I'm thinking, gosh, that feels lonely, but I came here to experience that lonely. Do you know what I mean?
right,
I was part of everything,
yeah,
but somehow I chose to come here. So that made me, I still have to do more. I was doing them with this person, and the thing is, I haven't reached Earth yet. The other two were also, I mean, that one was like no form, but the other two were on other planets. So I haven't even reached, but I think because the third one was so clear that I know that there's no emotion in that state. Even though I don't have physical eyes, I have perception to see somehow. Like I could visualize all the planets, even though I didn't have physical eyes. I could see their energy, but I was bigger than that. I was bigger than even our sun. I was bigger than the entire, I filled everything. I don't even know how to explain. There are no words.
right,
But I chose this. I'm here now. So that made me think that there must be the plan of, I used to think, is there something I'm supposed to do? But I think I just came to exist and feel the emotions and the senses. Honestly, that's my inner truth, I feel.
yes. And what is more a blessing, when you live with that awareness that, you know why you came into this physical plane and what you need to be doing. This is such a great blessing, which not everyone has.
Yeah, I mean, I used to think I had to do something, like I had to have a purpose, like, you know, do certain job or do certain
Yeah,
things. But now I feel like just existing
correct.
is as beautiful as can be, because as we exist, we have all these feelings and emotions and senses and experiences and learn. and that's it. I mean, people always, for many years, I think 20, 25 years, we're all asking, what is my purpose? What do I need to do? Basically, we need to do nothing. We can just experience, you know what I mean? If we
Yes.
choose to do something, if we choose to go to school, the societies have set us up like that. That's gonna be automatic.
Correct.
But regardless of if we do it or don't do it, existence is it.
Yes.
And is that enough? Yes, it's so beautiful. We're on this spaceship of a planet circulating around the sun. We celebrate every birthday because every birthday, you know, there's no meteor that comes and hits us. You know, anything can happen. We're circling with other planets, you know, in the middle of basically nowhere, you know,
Absolutely.
and just existing is and we get, you know, yesterday I was looking at the sky and we have this beautiful blue sky. And yeah, anyway, every day I have to remind myself too, just existing is enough.
Absolutely. Very true, Mridulaji. You know, you have got all the wisdom. You have shared your life's wisdom with us that we just need to be. And when we just be, then automatically we allow ourselves to flow through us, whatever needs to be done through us. You know, it will all come naturally when we open ourselves and when we allow ourselves to be an instrument of doing whatever needs to be done through us. Yes, Mridulaji. Thank you.
Yes, Ruchi. Yeah. Lots of love to you. I hope we see you again with another
Oh.
story, another book.
Thank you so much, Mridulaji. Love you too. Thank you so much. And with this message that Dying to Be Me teaches us that be kind to yourself, love yourself unconditionally, embrace your uniqueness, and most significant of all, be you. With this, I close this session. Thank you so much.